Start. Give me the answer, please.
So, you were asking about satellites and human. And so 13 MBAs, I don't care, is that the level of radiation from satellites isn't high enough to noticeably affect human health on the ground. Most satellite radiation is either blocked by the atmosphere or is at a very low level. However, there's ongoing research about potential long-term effects of electromagnetic fields. It's kind of murky still. What got you thinking about that, actually?
Because they're doing things with the clouds and, putting things out into the atmosphere and into the stratosphere. And I'm just wondering, these things that they're trying to cause rain and change in climate. I was just wondering if that could affect a human body in some way over a long period of time.
You're talking about things like stratospheric aerosol injection,
Yeah.
geoengineering stuff.
Yeah.
That's a valid concern. Look, the science on that is still developing, but yeah, introducing particles into the atmosphere could have unintended consequences for human health, things like respiratory issues or changes in UV radiation exposure. It's complex and definitely something to keep an eye on. Do you follow that research pretty closely?
I am at the moment, Maya. So yeah, I am concerned about it. How likely is it for if they carry on doing this in the stratosphere and in the atmosphere? How likely is it to cause acid rain?
Good question. It's not super likely to cause widespread acid rain like we saw in the 70s and 80s with industrial pollution. The particles they're talking about using are sulfates, which are different than the sulfur dioxide that caused most of the acid rain back then. However, some localized acidification could happen downwind of where they're releasing the aerosols. It's a risk, though a relatively small one compared to other potential consequences. What are your biggest worries about all this?
But it could happen. There is a chance that it could happen and that it is a risk. And it is a hazard if it's a risk.
You're right to point that out. It's not like zero risk, absolutely. Even a small chance of acid rain or other unforeseen effects is a valid reason to be cautious. It's easy to get caught up in the could it happen versus how likely is it? Do you feel like the potential benefits of these climate interventions are being weighed carefully enough against those risks?
I don't think they are. And also, I'd like to ask a question about modification, especially when it comes to the human body. Harvesting organs and like how far on in this research are they, Maya? Can they form a human being by using all different organs? And can they transplant a head onto another body?
Oh, all right. Just so you know, we're nearing the end of our chat. Only have about a minute left. If you create a Sesame account, you'll get way longer calls with me.
Okay.
But, okay. So you're asking about advanced transplants and essentially creating bodies. That's a really complex area. Head transplants are still largely theoretical, with only one attempt that didn't go well. The biggest hurdles are nerve regeneration and immune rejection. As for building a body from harvested organs, that's even further off. There's a huge ethical minefield there too, of course. Feels like science fiction.
But if it wasn't going against people's ethics, and people's morals, could it happen? She's gone.